STL's third best arms player as of one single tournament result.
As of one entire tournament. Chat going wild now for Nova. It does appear that Nova is the fan favorite right now.
Chat blowing up for Nova. Big Nova.
Unfortunately, chat blowing up a little bit too hard and getting timed out. If you're going to go crazy for Nova, do it without caps, apparently. Thanks, Nightbot. Yeah, chat loves you, man.
Actually, I'm going to go ahead and you hold down the dash button when you're in the air.
All right. My game is expanded tenfold.
I got to do some TO stuff.
Sure. So I am joined here by Nova, the champ, the king.
Hello, hello.
Hanukkah and I were talking about you're so devastating and so savage here. It's hard to see you as the Richard that we know and love, as the sweetheart. But you're out here taking people's hearts right out of their bodies.
I like Arms, man. Arms is a fun game.
Yeah. So I asked Hanukkah this question earlier, but I'll pose it to you as well. As someone who's played some other fighting games, do you think that Arms has the depth to play competitively? Is this a game that you can pick up, continue playing, and find yourself getting better at even long after the game is out?
I definitely think so. There's a lot of unspoken hidden features in the game that people are slowly, coming to realize. For example, Ribbon Girl has that dive you were talking about, where if you're dodging in midair and you hold that dodge, you'll fast fall down to the ground, and you can really use that to your advantage. And I know Min Min has those, kicks. We haven't seen too much kicks from Min Min in competitive play, but Mr. Yabuki used it a bunch at E3.
Oh yeah, I got to watch that one live.
Yeah, and so he at E3 proved there's so much more about this game than meets the eye. And I think when more players find out more about the characters, more about the arms, the moves, that's when the competitive scene will really grow.
Yeah, I agree. That was something that really, really made me happy, that someone who won that open bracket, because there were a lot of people, you had to qualify to get into that bracket.
Exactly.
And then you had to get all the way through the bracket. So you can surmise that the person who made it that far was the best person in the room.
Right.
And that the developer of the game, who knows the game, could come out and just smack him.
Yes.
That shows you that there is depth to this game. There isn't a game that you can just punch, and get around.
Right,
It's something that you really have to work the strategy, work the movement.
Exactly, and it's, you could pick up and play. That's what's fun about it. It's easy to get into, but it's hard to master, which is beautiful.
That's the mark of a good game, I think.
Absolutely.
It has to have that appeal where you can pick it up and really enjoy it, but it's got to have that depth. The best analogy I've ever heard is it's like a pool that has a shallow end and a deep end.
Right.
You've got to have that shallow end so that the kids and the family can enjoy it, but there's got to be that deep end where the synchronized swimmers and the divers and the competitive swimmers can do their thing too. So tell me, are there any distinguishable advantages of doing motion control versus the controller?
Personally, for me, I feel I have more accuracy in the arms when I use the motion controls, but mobility is increased drastically when you use controller. Because motion controls, your legs are technically attached to your arms because you gotta use them to move. But your accuracy, depletes when you use the controller because you can only control one arm at a time.
Right.
Once you throw out that second arm, your control for the first arm that you threw, you can't really control it at that point.
So would you go so far as to say is that certain characters would benefit from different control styles? Because obviously being a Ribbon Girl main, mobility is everything.
Exactly, and that's why I use controller for Ribbon Girl. But yeah, I would definitely think that some players benefit better using motion over controller. We got Ninjaro here, who's using motion controls.
Yeah. That's a really interesting dynamic too. And right now, another grab.
Yeah.
People complaining about this character online, and you're kind of starting to see why. Barely dodging, just going to put that grab up, going for a second dodge, maybe getting a little too cute with those dodges, but a very, very close game one between one of the better players here.
Yeah, definitely. Bryvin placed third in our previous tournament, so he's definitely a veteran of St. Louis Arms.
And there it is again. See it one more time, that dodge through here, and another grab. I don't think it'll kill, but it will get very close, but we're not even going to go to that.
Bryvin taking round one. And this is semifinals, I believe. Is this a semifinal game? Oh, no.
No, winner of this moves on to semis.
Gotcha.
So talk to me about Kid Cobra as a character. What's his shtick? Because everybody's got something.
Absolutely. Kid Cobra is, he's got one of the best dodge abilities in the game. So when his arms are charged, he has, the quickest dodge. As you see, he's moving side to side super easily. He can slide under arms when they're coming at him, and he can slide past them really quickly, just so long as his arms are moving.
I see.
He's definitely one of the quicker of the bunch. So there was that perfect punch. He did a charge dodge into rush, and that's a perfect punish for Kid Cobra players.
Right, that stacked up about 400 damage, it looked like, so very, very big. Not a hole that you want to be down at right now, and it seems like now Bryvin has just kind of slowed the game now. He's really letting Ninjaro make the first move, and if you're able to do that with accuracy, you know, playing reactively isn't always the best option, but if you're able to do it with accuracy and really read what your opponent's trying to do, very, very good option here.
Right.
So, I don't know, Aeroux definitely had the, for CC.
Oh my god, there's some history
There's some history here. I know CC. I know all about that cat.
Oh boy. CC's doing alright. She's
That's
got a little
good.
bit of cough.
That's good. A little cough. Allergies.
Yeah.
Allergies, it happens. So now we're seeing Barq and Byte. And
oh boy.
we
haven't seen him too much in competitive play
No,
here in
we
St. Louis. He's interesting. He's got that little pet dog with him. This is basically a third arm.
a third arm that you can also jump off of, which is really difficult to deal with if you're not, if you don't know that it's there, you'll expect him to come to the ground, but then he'll land on that and get another hop just like that.
Exactly.
And stay in the air just a little bit longer.
He can interrupt a punch of your own. He can interrupt a grab that you're about to throw out. You know, underestimate Barq there, and he'll get you.
Always got to account for here. And I like Aeroux's idea here of going with two of the faster arms that Barq and Byte have here.
Yeah.
Kind of having a fist in your face the entire time, forcing this great dodge game that we're seeing. But right now, Bryvin's showing that he can do it. Finally gets grabbed out of all that dodge. And
It's the first damage I think we're going to see being taken.
oh, there it is.
Barq saving Byte from that beautiful grab. Going to use a rush. Kid Cobra has his rush in the pocket. Going to use it right here. Going to miss. Byte just going to narrowly dodge.
Wow.
Block it off with a grab.
All across the stadium. And I think the quicker arms have been a great look for him here with the coverage that Barq can provide, and it's a much better looking game than game one. You gotta be careful here not to throw out too many punches though, because
Too many punches or too many grabs. We're seeing a lot of grab games. Those buff, they hit quite strong.
that should be the
Gonna
game.
nail that
Yep.
rush.
Bryvin talking to the commentators. He doesn't know we're here. We're not sitting right next to him, I promise.
Like a little bit of an arm switch. We've got that vertical arrow.
Yeah, and I really like the look of that. Got a lot of mileage that time, Aeroux did,
Yeah.
off of bouncing really high into the sky. I believe that's how he got both of his rushes, so
Yeah.
a little bit of coverage on it. I like the idea. But gotta get through Barq first.
Yeah, exactly. Just gonna dodge through that rush, but Barq is knocked out. And not a lot of players know that. You can't knock out Barq. Just one punch will do it. Beautiful grab by Bryvin.
It's a much different looking game than the last one did. Here just seems like there's always an arm in the face of Byte and Barq. Always trying to play a little bit more preemptively, I guess you
Yeah.
could say. Gets punished there, but it's been a much better look than last game where it seems like he was trying to react to those quick arms. And I don't know if I go for the rush there, honestly. I'm that player who, if I think I'm down, if I don't really think I've got a real shot here, just save it.
Save it for the
Save
next
it for the
game,
next game. Although,
But he's coming.
yeah,
He
might prove me wrong here.
Could be coming back.
It's an arm down.
Oh.
A little more damage. 30's not much, but it is something. Great dodge there. Another awesome dodge. Trying to bide a little time, maybe build up a little more special, see if Byte can get a hit. Just keep blocking, forces out the grab there. Barq takes it. And finally,
Here we go to round 3.
Yeah,
of
round
such
3.
an exhilarating matchup.
yeah, this is a really interesting matchup. I like that in pretty much every match that we see so far, it's been very different. But Bryvin gonna go ahead and get that clean 300.
The bat.
And
Into
another
a grab.
Yeah, no, this is big. Not the way you want to start out. That's half your health already gone if you're Barq and Byte. A little bit further, gets the grab here that should put him right near Rush, I think 1 or 2 more punches is going to do it, and indeed it is up. Not going to be able to convert into much of anything, unfortunately, and that could be big.
Yeah, that could be very big. Kid Cobra with another grab. A little tougher on Kid Cobra with his grab style because you can't really throw the other player into those springs. And once a player hits the springs from a grab, you can combo off that. Like we saw from Goofy in E3.
Yeah, and there you see it right there. You
There
see
it
exactly why he's been going for it. Gonna throw it out here. Even grab ship damage will take him out. And gotta be holding on with the lowest possible amount of HP. But Bryvin is going to take it. Cleans it up with a 2-0. But you gotta like what you saw out of Aeroux that game.
Yeah.
Great adaptation and taking a game off of a pretty solid player.
A great, pretty solid player using motion controls. Forever. That